Hi guys! So often I'll deliver a car and shortly after my clients will call me for an additional explanation of how to remove and reattach the top on both their Aventador Roadsters and their SV Roadsters. They also have questions about tendering the battery. So today I've decided to make a step-by-step video to show you exactly how to do both. I'm Heather Valentine. I'm a super luxe entrepreneur and I'm crushing it. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is open your trunk. You'll find a lever here. Just give it a nice tug. And the trunk will open slightly, and just to the left, you'll see at the corner of the badge, you lift up and it will release. Now you're ready to put the top in. This Aventador is equipped with a beautiful carbon top, so we want to take extra care. There's a lever just behind the seat here. I'm going to push it. You'll see it here. The mat really stands out against the carbon, so there's no mistaking where it is. Behind that, there are two levers. One is black and one is red. You want to release both. If you release one, it's not going to come off, so you have to release both. I like to grab it here because you don't get fingerprints, and you need to have your left hand ready to catch it. It comes off easily. It's only 3 pounds, very light and easy to handle. So we're going to take this to the trunk and I will show you how to place it in. An important thing to note is that the driver's side is always the first off and the last on. Now, when you get here, for some reason, if you try to place it inside the trunk in this direction, it will not work. I always tell my clients to turn it left over right. Once you do that, you're in the correct position for the numbers to line up properly. You'll see inside the trunk, there are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the pegs here, you can see that the numbers are also highlighted. So it makes it easy for you when you go to place it inside. The 1 is here on the right at the bottom. The 2 is here. You just give it a nice shove and it's secure. Now we can get ready for the passenger side. To protect the first top, I'm going to push this back. There's also 2 at the bottom that you want to push back. They will help hold the top in place and keep the second one from scratching the first. Now let's do the passenger side. Same thing. First, the handle on the seat, and next, the 2 levers behind it. Place your hand here, just beyond the crease, and be ready to catch it. Bring it around, and turn it left over right. It's more of a challenge in high heels. You guys should have no problem though. You'll see the 1 is just here on the left. Once you have both sides in place, you just give it a nice tug and make sure 2 lines up as well. So now that your tops are secure, there's only one last thing to do before you drive. You don't want to forget these small caps. It's mainly for aesthetics, but it's important. You want to make sure you click these closed on both sides. And now you're ready to go. Okay, let's learn how to put it back on. Okay, before you put your tops back on, just make sure your doors and these caps are open. And remember, as I said before, the driver's side is the first off and the last on. We're just gonna give it a nice tug. You will not hurt it. Lift it out of the trunk, and we're gonna do the passenger side first. So once you're here and the caps are opened, remember we had to go left over right when placing it to the trunk. So we're gonna do the same to put it back on. Now you'll see the pins will line up with the holes. And then you just give it a nice press. I'm gonna release this handle and make sure these two are securely locked. And now we can do the driver's side. First, you just wanna release this with the red. And these down here should already be open. Give it a nice tug and it lifts right out. The cap is open there, and we're gonna go left over right. Line it up, the holes, give it a nice shove, and make sure both levers behind the seat are securely locked. And now you're ready to drive. Let's learn how to tender your battery. So this is the official Lamborghini battery tender. It's going to make sure that you keep your battery charged. So if you go over 2 weeks and you don't drive the car for at least 45 minutes to an hour, you would need to use this. You'll see, as I open it up, this is a brand new one, so it's got all the packaging intact. This is the tender itself. You can untwist this little tie, plug it into the wall. So for Aventador, you want to use the 12 volt. You grab it here, you clip these two together, and this will plug into the car. So back in the day, when the older Lamborghinis had points and carburetors, they didn't need to be plugged in. They could sit for months. But the new ones, there are so many computers, it's just like plugging in your cell phone. You have to charge the battery. So I've shown you how to put it together. With Aventador, you use this little 12 volt and just give it a nice push and you're good to go. Hi guys, thanks for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing and hit that like button. I'll be releasing new videos every week and I hope to have you along for the journey.